1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, what is going on, guys? What you just saw there was a new intro, which was in the last video, which is the tier video. You guys should probably go check that out. But that video was rendered out with Adobe After Effects. And if you're using Adobe After Effects 2019, I might add, you might be wondering, how do you export it as an MP4? Everyone knows the way on how to export it into an AVI, but that creates huge file sizes, so you really don't want that. But if you do want to know how to just render it out, period, what you would do is go to your project, which mine is Final Comp, which should have everything, pretty much the full video you want to render out. While clicked on that, hit add to render queue, and then you'll see this right here, which is your project. You'll go to output, of course, the format AVI, and if you click this, you won't see MP4, and it says more formats in AME. So I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need for this in a few minutes, but if you are gonna render it out in AVI, be sure that you understand that you're gonna have large file sizes, which a 5-second to 10-second video might be 2 gigs. So be very careful about that if you don't want it or not. But yeah, you can go ahead and hit OK. Choose the render settings that you want, output to where you want to go, and then just go ahead and hit render. But what you came here for, if you did come here for that, is to render it out in MP4, and what you're gonna need is Media Encoder, which I need to update my trial. But for you, if you've never had this before, you should have a trial, which, good. So what you're gonna need to get, if you don't already have it already, is to sign in and get Adobe Creative Cloud, which will have every single Adobe product or application that you might ever need. So what you're gonna do is go to Media Encoder. It should be like this, where it says try, and you hit try, download it, and then once you get that, you can pause the video and wait, because I'm just gonna hop right into it. But once you get it, I'll tell you what to do next. So once you have Adobe Media Encoder, what you want to do is then go to your project on Adobe After Effects, just like how we did when just rendering it out regularly to an AVI. Click that and then go to composition. Then you'll see this thing that says add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. So what you want to do, you want to hit that, and once you hit that, your project will be in Adobe Media Encoder 2019. Now this might take a minute, so you can pause and wait for it to load up, since this might be your first time loading it up. But once you have it loaded up and you wait a couple seconds or minutes depending on your computer, you'll see your project populate into the list or the queue. So once you have your project here, you click the first arrow right here, and what you want to hit is H.264, which in other words is just a way of saying MP4. You can also say, well, just choose H.264. That's the best way to use it. And then when you hit match source, what this is gonna do is should give you the option on what you want to render it out as, and mine is just taking a minute. Okay, so mine took a bit of time, but when you click match source high bitrate, this window will pop up, which is basically sends you to the export settings. These export settings is where you will choose all different kinds of formats that you want to render it out as. So when you get a chance, or whatever you want to do, just go through here and look to see what do you want to render your video out as. I would advise do not render a video as 4K if you don't have 4K footage to begin with. But if you scroll down, for most people they'll be using this for YouTube, and then hit YouTube and whatever export you want to send that to, and it's already preset for you and whatnot. But once you hit that, you hit OK, and then it stores it in the preset that you have here. And then click this if you want to choose where your video goes. I just have it set to videos and then captures, so you just hit save in there, and then you hit start. And then when you hit start, it will be rendering out right here, and you just wait till that's done, and once that's done, you can check to see it in the folder. Hopefully that helps. If anyone has any other questions, please leave it in the comments down below. I tried to have this video as quick as possible because I know people just want to do a simple thing and leave. For next video, you'll be seeing probably something of the new environment that I'm in, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, it's been your friendly neighborhood programmer, editor, interviewer. It's been your friendly neighborhood everything, and I'll catch you guys later.